All right, welcome to another DFW Running Talk. I'm Chris Detzel, and today we have something special going on. We're going to have 10 episodes for 10 days straight, Monday through Friday, and we're going to listen to either the running up to Boston Marathon experiences from DFW runners, their first time or sometimes their 10th time. But in this case, we have Matthew Kanarr, and it's his first time to ever go to Boston. Matthew, how are you?
I'm doing good. Really excited to run it in a couple, I guess, 2 weeks now.
Yeah, man, that's really exciting. So let's dive in, man. Like, this is your first time. Tell me a little bit about what got you into Boston and leading up to that.
Yeah, I had qualified in 2024 towards the tail end, just how what the qualification windows worked, but I ran the California International Marathon. And so had a phenomenal training block. And I'm sure you've probably interviewed or met Fonz from Train Pegasus, and I've been working with
Yeah,
him. And so really have to give it to him for helping lay out a plan to help me get here.
that's
It
awesome.
was a pleasure working with him too.
Yeah, and the way I got you on was actually from Ray's Track Club.
Right.
So he made that recommendation. I guess you know him pretty well.
Yeah, no. Ray and I, we've ran so many times. They're probably them and Plano Running Club are probably the two groups I've ran with the most. And then I had a good amount of times where I'd go run with Train Pegasus too, especially during that CIM block for those longer runs.
Yeah.
Just a great community overall that I got to be a part of.
Yeah, Ray's kind of weird, but hopefully, listen, I'm just joking. That's great. So when you ran a CIM, what did you know about Boston? Were you trying to qualify for Boston? Was that your goal? Or?
Yes, yeah, that was the goal. I had learned about Boston from Plano Run Club. So I've been living in Dallas since 2022, and really PRC is kind of the group that got me to start
Okay.
even thinking about marathons.
So you know Shirley then.
Yeah, I know Shirley, yes.
She's great.
It was her and so many people were so encouraging and supportive too. They always actually, it was them that pointed me to Ray's Track Club. They're like, Matt, you're too fast. You need to run with these guys. I'm like, okay, I'm just here to run some miles and have fun. So,
Yeah.
and then I just got plugged into a whole bunch of other people in the community. And it's funny being from Austin, I didn't realize how big the run community is in Dallas.
It's huge.
Right.
There's probably 50 or 60 different running groups in all of DFW, and it continues to grow, which is crazy. Was that your first marathon at CIM or?
No, so the Austin Marathon in 2023, that was my first marathon that I had ran.
Okay.
Really no goals, just wanted a feel for the distance.
What was your time in the first marathon?
It was around 3 hours, 12 minutes and change. I
Dang,
don't yeah,
that's pretty impressive. And then what did you run at CIM to qualify for Boston?
2:48 and change. I think 2:48:16 is the time, I believe. Yeah. So it was a
You
big
get a lot
jump.
faster.
Yeah.
I guess that's what happens when you run with Ray's Track Club and run with on a training plan with Fonz. So that's what happens.
It was huge. Just running with way faster people, but also much seasoned runners than me too. Just getting a sense of having that structure and knowing this is the intent of this track or maybe long run workout, which that was something I was missing and but also wasn't really in my scope at the time for Austin.
Yeah, you learn so much from after that first marathon.
Yeah.
Once you start running with the community of people like Plano Running Club and then Ray's Track Club and then Pegasus some and things like that, you learn a lot from a lot of those people. So it's pretty cool.
Right.
I always preach community, so that's the reason that I love what you're saying because it just works.
I
Running with
mean,
faster
it's
people than you is always a huge thing.
no, it was a really great group and they plugged me into so many amazing runners that honestly I look up to that I hope to even reach that level of talent as them. And so it's just even like earlier, I was just snooping on Strava and it's awesome just seeing what these people are training for and just the
Yeah.
work. I always love seeing that.
So tell me a little bit about your ramp up from CIM now to Boston Marathon. What has that been like?
Yeah, so it's been roughly a year and a half since I had qualified. I had done a couple of 5 and 10Ks in between then. So I had ran one I love is Dash Down Greenville, ran that in 2025, and then the Crescent City Classic 10K in New Orleans. And then in between that time too, a few pacing gigs with Amped in Craig Ranch, and then a training block that I had going on for leading into the Dallas half this past December, which I had to still ran it, just didn't race due to some injuries that came up towards the end of it. So just
Right.
wanted to save myself for just to ramp up for Boston post Dallas.
Trying to be careful. What'd you run in Dallas then? The half?
Dallas half, I was hanging out with James Allen, actually, the 140 pacer crew. It was a nice, like a nice little victory run for me. And also it was just fun to always, because it's a fast time already. And so there was a lot of people that are really gunning for that 140 or faster. And so it was awesome just to help support them during that.
Yeah, I ran that. I think I ran a 137, 6 or something. I don't remember, but
On that course too is really good.
it's good enough. That's all I didn't care.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Dallas and Cowtown, I always just enjoy the race itself rather than trying to PR because I'm not going to PR on any of those courses. So how are you feeling now up to Boston? You got a couple weeks, a little bit less?
I'm feeling pretty solid towards December, around December or so. I did have a little bit of worries just because I was essentially training on a much more compressed block compared to CIM. I think, yeah, when I had reached out to Fonz, we were working like 16, 18 week block. And so this time around, this is about a 9 to 11 week block that I'm working on. So definitely much different. But it was also a positive mindset shift for me too, just the outlook and kind of seeing Boston as more of, I put all the work in at CIM, and now this is like the victory lap for me, is a paradigm shift that I had going in for Boston.
What are you looking forward to the most with Boston? What have you heard and what kind of things are you thinking? Just going in. Anybody, family going, anything like that?
I'll have my girlfriend. She'll be joining with me. It'll be her first time getting to see Boston. I know she's really excited. And then parents are going to try to catch the television since I think they do broadcast Boston. So we'll see if I end up on the TV there, but maybe one day I'll run fast enough. No, I'm just joking for
Maybe
for
you
the
win it.
elite field. Yeah. But really just the whole experience itself, all the way from packet pickup to finish, and also just what the area offers. And also I believe it's the 130th Boston. So I'm expecting and anticipating them to go all out in some capacity. So just really just that whole race day or race weekend experience, and also just getting to be around so many amazing runners too that put in the work, and just getting to share that field with them really is probably what I'm most looking forward to.
Any friends that are going that you know of that you're looking forward to hanging with? Or
I would say a lot of the folks over at Plano Run Club, I think Racetrack Club too. We got some folks running Boston, and then Pegasus. It'll be good to run into them. Ran into a few of them at McKinney Half, I think just last weekend. It was really great to reconnect and then even share some miles with them and just get to celebrate the whole Boston experience with them.
I love it. So one thing that I would tell you is cool is when you go to the expo is, you certainly got to do it, but that's not the coolest part. After the expo and going to the different streets where all these pop-up places are, like Tracksmith and other places everywhere. Adidas, everybody has pop-ups within the streets of Boston, and you have to go walk the different streets to see all of the pop-ups in the stores and everything else. Because a lot of times with Boston and other marathons lately, it's just one sponsor and then a bunch of other bullshit stuff inside of the
Right.
expo. So going out, and that the beauty about Boston is that these vendors have learned to just do these pop-ups in these different places. So my recommendation is go to the pop-ups, enjoy that piece. Note that you should definitely do the expo and enjoy as much as you can. But if you want to see what's cool and what's next with some of these vendors, it's on the streets of Boston.
It should work out then, because we had my girlfriend and I, we had a last minute hotel change. So now we managed to, through Fit for Adventure, I believe it's at Boston Park Plaza. So we should be right next to where everything is. So, yeah, perfect then.
My wife's 13th Boston is this year. So she's been 13 times. Yeah. And so we get at the Park Plaza now every year, and I'm going to do quick hit interviews. So make sure you come by and say hello and just give me a clip or two. Anything that we didn't really talk about that you just, man, I'm looking forward to this, or can't wait to do that, or can't wait to see this or that. What's the kind of takeaway here, do you think? Not to put you on pressure.
I guess now you mentioned the pop-ups, I didn't even know. There's so much I feel like I'm going to be taking in that whole weekend on the day of. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I don't know, maybe I'll cry at the finish. I know I did at CIM after.
You will, man.
After.
Dude, you will, because being done, like people are just like, yeah, it's their first, and they don't know if they're ever going to
Right.
get there again or whatever. And so you definitely just take it in, cry if you want to, man. It doesn't matter. Like, it's just enjoy it because it's that spectacular. I've seen it a lot. I've not run it
Right.
myself, but I've been part of the atmosphere. I've get to see runners do it, whether it's the first time or the 12th time. It's still just as magical.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a lot, just especially with how, I guess, less of an ideal training cycle, just being blessed that have a healthy body to do it. So that I got here, really. But I guess after that, really the rebuild. I definitely want to hunker down on the half marathon and shorter, similar
Mm.
to what led to my breakthrough in 2024. Really getting back into the woodshed after getting to celebrate Boston is really, and the whole race weekend experience is really what I would say I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. How old are you, Matt?
26.
Okay. Super young, man. Still have lots of oomph inside of you, man. I can't wait to continue to watch and see what happens. How long are you staying in Boston? Are you getting there Friday?
For we get in Saturday and fly out, I believe, Tuesday. So it
Okay.
should be four-ish days, I think.
Yeah. Great. You have plenty of time to soak it up. On Saturday or Sunday, Pegasus does their run. Everybody runs 2 or 3
Right.
miles, whatever it is. And so that's fun. I did that last year with them. Hopefully they'll let me do it again. I'll just hang out.
I'm sure Fonz
uh,
isn't that mean. He'll let you in.
Fonz is great. And Jill, I think they're amazing.
No, they're great.
All right. Anything else? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
No, I think we got to cover everything. It was a pleasure and honor that I got to be here, really. Just wanted to, I don't think I got to say that. Of course,
Well,
appreciate Ray nominating and you bringing me on. So,
Of course. I look forward to seeing how you do in Boston. Let's make sure to either say hello, grab a beer, or whatever. But good luck. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another DFW Running Talk. I'm Chris Detzel. Make sure you subscribe to our newsletter at dfwrunningtalk.substack.com. We have a YouTube channel. We also have an Instagram channel. Just follow it. Just type in DFW Running Talk. You'll see all of our channels there. Matt, Kanarr, thank you so much for coming on.
of course.